Welcome back to Hot Seat, the show with the hottest seat and then even hotter questions. And today we have Anthony Lee. He is a man who dances for money.
Why are you gonna?
That's what he
Sound like a fucking Tina Turner song.
Is that what he dancer?
He's a dancer. And to start it off with the very, very, very cold questions, let's go with Bart.
Are you a fan of clothespins?
Clothespins.
As usual, we're driving engagement with this first question.
In this day and age, that seems like a very bit of a sensitive subject, you know?
Okay, could be.
I do kind of enjoy clothespins. I think that they're fun. I think when I was a kid, I really liked putting them on my fingers. And just having like long, like Wolverine-like fingers. But other than that, I don't know.
Did you ever put on your penis?
No.
What about the foreskin?
No.
How about you pretend to pierce your ears and put it through your ears?
I think I probably put it on my ears before. Yeah, that sounds like something I probably
All right.
all over. I think this is still a really cold
What about
conversation.
have you ever seen your sister naked?
That's a good question.
It's that 1 minute mark where we turn it up. Taking a page out of Steve Greene.
Here's the thing. If you haven't seen your sister naked, that's kind of weird because you grew up with her, so it's kind of actually odd. So you
Yeah,
gotta
thanks, Steve.
We're not talking about the growing up years.
have you ever seen her naked, and how did you feel about it?
As an adult,
No, just anytime. You could be 3, 4, 7.
Oh, it doesn't have to be Jesus.
Most memorable moment.
33, whatever.
Yeah. Top five.
This isn't even a weird question. I don't get why we even asked this question. It's not even that weird.
as a child, I have seen my sister naked.
Wow, kind of controversial.
How did you feel about it?
I was a child. I don't think I had. I think it was like cooties.
How did you feel?
Were you like, oh, cool, sister, you're so naked, I'm naked too? Or were you like,
No.
ew, this is yucky, why is my sister naked next to me?
Probably that one. Yeah.
You want a third? Do you need a third option?
I'm down for the next question.
Or give him a third. Give him a third option.
The third option, do you like scrambled eggs or over easy?
That's an option? Just a whole other thing.
Oh man, I like making scrambled eggs because it's just so fun to fucking scramble stuff.
Yeah.
But I enjoy eating over easy more often than.
We're doing a soft scramble.
According to the FBI, eating scrambled eggs has to do with child pornography.
Oh my God.
Especially first thing in the
Change
morning.
your answer right now. What got you into dance?
Dance, ooh, cliche, but real answer. People like Michael Jackson, the King of Pop. Just seeing him do his thing, trying to emulate that.
King of Kids and King of Pop.
That's right.
At the time,
Nice
it was
segue,
just
though.
Pop. At the time, it was just Pop.
Nah, he's my favorite too.
Was there a move that he did that was really
Dancer.
that he's the GOAT for this reason?
I mean, both the Smooth Criminal Lean and his moonwalk were obviously like, I think, just the most iconically fun for me. But I could never do the lean because I didn't know how to do it until I grew up and I had to YouTube and research it.
Nick's about to show you right now.
Oh yeah.
So Nick's getting in the stance.
The smooth lean, right?
Hey.
So what people don't know is that he was actually wearing shoes that were very, very, very heavy.
In the heel, right?
Michael Jackson made it. Lugs. He's wearing lugs.
I remember
He
those.
patented it.
Anthony Lee.
Michael Jackson made it normalized to fondle myself in public.
Just like this.
Oh.
Okay.
You can't do it without the noises though. You'll get in trouble. You gotta do it with the noise.
You got first kick.
Yes,
My question to you:
Nick Dunn.
how many dance battles have you won in your career?
Like a formal event or like a no cameras, just like a moment?
Impromptu, formal, with the scores table, everything.
I never really entered battles. I was not really a battler. I did enter like a battle one time and didn't make it past prelims. That was fun.
Ouch.
And then we do a lot of in-house battles in Kinjas and stuff like that. AK people.
Before you get to that, how does what's losing a battle behavior like? Like someone does a move and then you get shut down.
I didn't fucking get into for main battles. I like lost at prelims. So
Yes, when they beat you, do you you go, oh man, or like what is it?
yes.
You're pretty disappointed.
Is this like ice skating where you like land a triple axel, but then you like wobbled a little bit, and then immediately you're like,
Yeah.
and you already know?
Or is it more like drumline where you drum on the guy's drums and then that's like the ultimate sign of disrespect?
The sticks.
I owns you, fuck you.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
That actually is more my my favorite type of moments.
See, I bet.
Okay.
I know you, Anthony Lee.
Yeah.
That's why I asked you this question.
It's like I colonized that guy's drums.
Yeah, I call it.
My band.
So
It's mine now.
Yeah.
tell us about a time that you won a battle then, and what was the move?
And what's your finishing move?
Yeah.
How do they vote?
Again, I'm not really a battler.
Oh, count it like competitions that you've been the director of these like teams too, because that's also the same.
Wow.
Thank you, Ryan.
Directing choreographic teams and winning a competition is slightly different though, right? Because most people will think about battling like fucking You Got Served or something. It's like one-on-one or fight style competition, right? Which is a little more impromptu because maybe you don't know what song is about to drop or whatever. Whereas like choreographic competitions, you're like working on a 3-month show and putting together the set yourself and kind of like strategically being like what maybe other teams might do and how can we beat them. So it's very, very different. But what's your question?
Hey, I got one. Once money gets involved with dance and stuff, because it gets your passion, you love it, and you talked to me about this before actually privately, where it's like it's almost like the Joker movie where you like you've described it to me like that, where dance can take you to a different place and just help relax you.
Yeah.
But what happens when you incorporate money with it? Is it like, okay, now I have to work and this is kind of different? Does it fuck it up for you?
I think it's like all like a nice ride, and I feel like I'm at like this part of the ride.
Okay.
Because in the beginning, when you start getting like financial opportunity to do your passion, you're also fucking stoked. Like, oh my god, somebody's paying me for doing something I love, right? And then like however long that might last for you, and your like how much you love it, or your career, or the types of jobs you do. Like I feel like once you get the wisdom of experience, wisdom usually comes also from the pain of experience. So like. I remember I was in China and I had to do a KFC spot and they dressed me up like a crawfish because they were doing a new crawfish burger.
Bro, I thought they were gonna dress you up like a chicken.
I thought so too. Actually, I didn't want to dress like an animal. I just thought I was gonna dance and promote it.
KFC has crawfish
In China, they were doing like a seasonal promo where they're putting fucking crawfish into their chicken sandwiches.
Wow.
And then there's a lot of language barriers, so I didn't know that I had to dress up like a crawfish. And there was this moment where I was arguing with the director because, like, you know, I was egotistical at the time too, just everything that I had done in China. And I was like, what the fuck? I'm not going to dress up as a crawfish. But that was the entire negotiation that I wasn't a part of.
Ooh.
Were they like, it's a Balenciaga crawfish?
Amen.
Designed by Balenciaga.
Supreme logo.
Yeah, that's very China. But yeah, so like moments like that are the ones that you're like, fuck, like what am I doing? I'm like doing steps wearing a giant fucking...
Oh, so you ended up doing it.
Had to, yeah.
So fun.
Do you have footage of that?
Unfortunately, somebody does.
Yeah.
All right, so we also know you as a sex haver, right?
Huge sex act.
Oh my
Huge
god.
stuff, big.
Notorious.
What's your most confident move?
Yeah, that's a good question. What's your finisher, dude?
Yeah.
While he's having sex or to attain
No, while you're having sex, what's the move that at least 100 people have experienced before?
the sex? At least.
Two assholes, especially a chick with two assholes.
What keeps him coming back is what.
What's your most confident move then?
What makes a return customer? Yeah.
There's so many
The
ways.
whole experience, I think.
So many ways.
I will no. I will say my willingness to go down on a chick.
Such a sex haver, dude.
You're a modern man.
He's a
you are.
giver, man.
Sex giver. That's his new name, not sex haver.
Sex
He's
giver?
a sex giver.
Can we talk technique for a sec, just between dudes?
Yeah.
It's all dudes here. We're all chill.
Yeah.
Oh god.
Do you just go in there and fucking start bombing that pussy with your tongue or what?
Yeah, do you warm it up?
How do you define bombing a pussy though?
Right now. I use the most powerful fucking advanced weaponry that my tongue has. I target the clit immediately and just carpet bomb that motherfucker non-stop.
Damn, you're trying to be like attack drones.
I give it no chance.
I was just like.
What's the duration of you doing that?
However long it takes until unconditional surrender.
That is the most important thing though. Once you start, you know what I mean, and then they've already gotten their orgasms on, they're multiple.
Yeah.
Everything else comes like easily. You know what I mean?
That is
Versus like I remember
Sex haver. Sex haver, you guys. Good tips.
I just remember earlier in my years when I
Satisfied customers.
when I was stopping. Stop it. When I wasn't thinking about giving as much, but I was like hoping to receive. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's always hoping to receive.
Fingers crossed.
Yeah, and then in my mind, I'm like,
Hope I get a blowy. Oh God! Oh, a blowy would just really make my week.
but it's when you give first, then afterwards it's like, oh, okay, it's a lot easier.
Today's video is brought to you by Faraday. All right, you know what's going on right now? Everyone's talking about this fake spring. Like, it's so hard. I don't know what to dress. What do I get? What, especially like guys are always getting slammed for their fashion. They're just like, man, put on some good clothes.
Yeah. And fake spring is supposed to be fake because it feels like it's gonna be cold, but it gets hot all of a sudden.
Yeah.
It gets cold all of a sudden. So where can I go to get some clothes where it feels good for all seasons? Luckily, Faraday makes it way easier. Look at this high quality ass shirt. Did you know their stuff is lifetime guarantee? So you can wear it down to the holes and then they'll give you another one, no questions asked.
Faraday is a family-run brand making super high quality, timeless clothing with modern design and functionality.
It's that kind of effortless style you want every time you go digging in your closet. That set, that shirt, that dress, that feels like you had it for years. Look at this. Maybe it's in a gorgeous print and it looks like it might be vintage.
Yep.
But it fits so well that it feels like it was made yesterday, man.
And then the quality's good.
It's really good, actually.
Yeah.
Just made just for you. Well, that's Faraday, man.
I like how this one, I had to keep the tags on to show you guys a fresh new pair. I'm actually already wearing a t-shirt right here.
Is this the stretch materials?
Yeah. So this is the cool thing. It looks just like super casual, right?
Yeah.
But man, you know I'm gonna swim with these in Hawaii.
Yeah.
You know I'm gonna be everywhere with these, and that's all I do anyway. Is I wear shorts like 10 months out of the year.
Yeah, me
and
too.
So this I'm excited for. This one, you know, I really like high quality t-shirts, but then usually when they're too thick, I feel like hot and sweaty and I don't like it. And you know, summer's right around the corner. But this one, it's smooth and I feel like it keeps me a little cool.
Head to FaradayBrand.com/offtherecord and use code offtherecord at checkout to snag 20% off all your new spring staples. That's code offtherecord at Faraday, FAHERTY brand.com/offtherecord for 20% off. FaradayBrand.com/offtherecord.
That's true, because if you use like the battle dancing analogy, like from Dancer to Dancer, you know so like, when someone's challenging you, you can't refuse. Like when someone walks up and then they do the whole like that, you gotta.
He's really getting pulled there.
That's the thing, dude. Like, so it's the same strategy in sex. Like, if she's there, you fucking doing the tango, and you gotta be like, it's battle time, baby, and you.
Save the community center.
Yeah, dude.
You have to save it.
That is a community center, though.
It is a community center.
It is. It's always about to be over.
It's always gonna be closed.
It's always about to close down. Yeah.
Yeah.
Purpose room.
You gotta keep it open, dude.
Multi-purpose room.
All right, it's 10:59, so you gotta make it serious.
Part of the show, we make it serious.
What's the thing that is the most frightening or that you're the most scared of in life? Yeah. Do you have like the worst case scenario moment that you're like, okay, I'm gonna do all it takes to prevent this from happening?
I think I'm afraid to be alone, like not alone for a moment, you know what I mean? But like if all my loved ones passed away and I was like left.
Straight bitch. No.
It's Dancer to Dancer, though.
I had to do it.
Do that with other guests.
That was the 11:34 part of the show. The part of the show where we say "little bitch."
No,
Had nothing to do with you, man. This is an alarm.
I don't know why I just came out.
Way to make it about you.
Like your fiance, parents, just all relatives.
Yeah, anybody who's
I
like
get that.
my closest, like I think that fear of being alone and like, I think that's probably the scariest part for me.
That's fucking true.
For real.
Like including, like let's say, because me and my relatives aren't the best, so if they're all gone, I'm like, I got friends and stuff too.
But
Bart's like, well, in my situation, I love my friends more than my family.
Classic Bart.
For you,
Your inner circle, not necessarily blood, but just your inner circle.
Mike's song, like, yeah.
Jitsukawa.
Yeah, me, Dancer to Dancer. Do you consider yourself like an extrovert then, or an introvert, or like?
We talked about this here.
I forgot.
Hypersensitive extrovert. Yeah.
what does that mean?
I don't really know, but but I'm like a homebody. I love staying in. I love when people come to me because sometimes me going out to people, like for some reason that drains my energy. I love recharging on my own, but obviously I love also being in company. So when I tell my friends, with people are always like, you're an extrovert. If I ever even joke around and be like, I don't know if I'm an extrovert, people start like yelling, like, you're a fucking extrovert. It gets really crazy.
Yeah.
But by that definition, you're actually an introvert. If you recharge alone, that's an introvert. Because it's just depending on how you get energy.
But isn't it both? Like,
I have a bachelor's in psychology, so don't fuck with me, dude. Bachelor's, bro.
Dude.
Fuck with
Fucking
me.
bachelor's.
Dr. Joe Jitsukawa.
Because I could do both. I could. It's not about me. Who cares? But so my next question for you, actual question for you. So Nina, your chick, right?
Yes.
She's really cool. I love Nina. She's awesome.
I'm still scared.
If you could change anything about Nina, what would you change and why?
You can't change the fact she's Filipino, so nice try.
No race changing, asshole.
I know you would want to.
And don't say you wish you was 17 either.
Yeah.
Thank you, Bart. Nobody would have said it.
I know what Anthony was going, but don't say that.
Doesn't leave you with a whole lot. Right?
You guys are fuckers.
This might be the best hot seat ever.
If I could change, and
Physically-
it has to be about her personality.
No,
Or
anything.
just life situation.
How she brushes her
limitations.
How she puts on her lip gloss.
only
100%
took out a
perfect,
few.
except her nose or some shit.
It could be something she says about herself that she's like, I wish I could change this. It could be anything.
You wish she had less split ends or something.
Yeah,
you know.
I wish she like loved cooking.
Oh.
She cooks and she cooks well,
Yeah.
and I love her cooking. But if she loved it, you know, like, cause I've also like lived with a Chef Rob. You remember Robert, right? And it's just like, yeah, you get spoiled.
Yeah.
It's just like somebody's just trying to like, I thought about this flavor. Starts fucking making shit. Hey, you want to try this? But it's like, whoa. If I had somebody like,
Do you love cooking?
no.
Then why do you expect that out of her? Huh?
Tell him, doctor.
Tell him, Doc.
That's what partners do sometimes.
That's true.
So you want her to cook more frequently, or like you wish she could cook more frequently?
No. I want her to love it, so that even if she does it, it's just enjoyable versus thinking that it's like, oh,
A
it's
chore.
yeah.
Or
Or like she
something.
has to do it or
Yeah,
something.
yeah,
I see,
yeah.
I see. Yeah.
Because my cooking sucks, even though I enjoy trying. I'm really good at ordering food.
What's the best meal you can cook?
What's the best meal I can order is better.
I don't know. Best meal you can cook.
Yeah, what's your shit?
And everything eggs related.
Like devil eggs and shit?
No, easy
I
stuff.
can do deviled eggs.
Scrambled eggs over easy eggs, sunny side up eggs. That's it, just eggs.
How about this one? We always ask everyone here, but your biggest regret. Give us something we can really pry on.
And use for ammunition later.
Yeah, and remember, like and just to give you a little hint, earlier you talked about having to close a business. So you could just talk about that if you want.
And how much that hurt your pride, emotions,
Think about how hard that was.
how much made you fucking cry.
I think I rushed into certain things about business too quickly before being knowledgeable enough.
Oh, you sensible son of a bitch.
Yeah.
How so? What'd you do?
Nice
That's
answer.
so good.
It's like as basic as like if you don't know LLC formations and then you like start a business in the wrong type of tax code, you know what I mean? And then you get fucked later in ways that you don't, and you're just constantly backtracking and like you got like holes all over your sinking ship and you're trying to plug holes versus like if you would have just built a good boat to start. And it doesn't have to be a fucking yacht or a perfect ship. You just needed to have some knowledge. You know what I mean?
So, if you could tell your younger self, because I'm pretty sure someone's watching and going, man, I could do a Kinja studio myself. I could fucking make noodles myself. Anthony's my inspiration. What would you tell that dude out there who's trying to fucking compete right now how not to make the same mistakes you
I
did?
could make a shoe.
Yeah. I could make a Nike shoe.
I also think I tried to do too many things at once. I think if I just focus on a studio only, then any of the holes or the problems that might come with it, I could probably fix it and focus on it.
What got you to get so excited about doing 20 things at once?
Because I think that's what's exciting, doing things, not necessarily doing a thing. You know what I mean? Like even for me, like dance isn't my thing. Dance is I always talk about how dance is like my vehicle. It's not the place that I want to be. It's the thing that takes me places. So like the joy of being like, oh, maybe I could do this and trying is more fun than like doing one thing to me. You know what I'm saying? Even though I understand that doing one thing and being fucking good at it is also a whole different adventure. You know?
Is there a fear in that? Like, honest question. Like, it's like, I want to do a bunch of things so that like I can put my fingers in as many pies as possible, so that if anything goes down, I'm secure enough. Like, is it through a fear thing, or is it through an excitement thing, or is it both?
I think it's a curiosity thing for me.
Okay.
Because I don't think there was a point where I was like, I want to do all these things. I think it was more like you get to a spot and suddenly like, oh, this door could open. I want to walk through this door.
Yeah.
And not really think about the next 3 or 4 doors as if I have some sort of fucking master plan.
As far as just in dance, do you feel like you've accomplished everything you dreamt of doing? Just dancer to grappler, just want to know.
I think when I was younger and I dreamt of things that I was like, this would be like my finished accomplishment, right? Like for example, I probably dreamt of like directing a theater show.
Oh,
I still haven't done that, but I didn't dream of like working with Nike to make a shoe.
right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I feel holistically accomplished enough to be like, oh, like I feel good, but it doesn't mean I did everything that I felt like I had a checkbox for.
Going back to the question with Nina, but flipping it, is there a part of you? This is serious. Is there a part of you wished you could change that would be better for Nina, and what would that be?
Say cooking. You wish you loved cooking.
It's the same exact thing.
I do wish I was a fucking good cook.
Yeah.
Like if I was
You
fucking
could do
good.
that. If anybody could do it, you could do it.
Yeah, but to be more fun, either like a huge penis.
Don't say 17 either. That'd be weird for her.
I wish I was 17 for her.
I stole that answer from his mouth. He was about to say it.
Yeah, I saw it too. He was.
Maybe if I was less of a Gemini, I feel like.
What the fuck does that mean?
I feel like my Gemini nature is like.
Dancer ass.
Like I'm like kind of like hot and cold sometimes.
Switching sides like a Gemini.
I think if I was like a little bit more consistent for her Aquarius ass, you know what I'm saying? Like it would be easier. But at the same time, that's maybe what makes me exciting.
What is Gemini, like hot, cold? What do you mean?
It's stereotypically, I feel like it's like the Two-Faced constellation.
Like broken promises?
It's like being gender.
broken promises.
It's like being gender fluid. It's like the same thing.
Oh.
Exactly, I'm gender fluid.
I also am Gemini. That's why I.
Would you say, because like, I mean, you've told me before
As a
that,
gentleman, I can make that.
you know, there are people watching you all the time and you don't necessarily know who they are, and then like you have to kind of put like this brand out there, and like you as well. Like, would you say you've touched a lot of kids?
No, why is that funny? It's not funny, you guys.
Yeah, you're right.
It's not funny. Sorry, Anthony.
Because you do have a lot of followers. No?
No, I haven't touched.
So you're saying
Your content never made an impact?
that's interesting.
You have so many kids looking up at you.
I think you're being too self-critical, man. I think you have touched a lot of kids.
You're
like a lot.
You
You
don't
don't hate this.
you feel like you never made an impact with all of your content that you touched anybody?
I think you've touched millions of kids.
Think about it like this. There's a bunch of kids down here, and you're sitting right up here.
I know, right?
And like in a way, you're touching them. And I think it's beautiful, but you're running away from it.
Yeah.
I think you hit them all in their special place. I would even say privately.
I am constantly trying
'Cause he's
to
known.
positively impact people through my art.
Politician. Look at that.
How do you define people as 17 years and 11 months people still or not? Or that's not
Bart started it.
How is this randomly a trending joke?
He made it the runner. I wasn't in control.
This is the new format for Hot Seat.
Once he made it the runner, I was like, fine, that's the runner.
You know what's tight though? This is the first hot seat where he's actually sweating. Like it's hot. It's actually hot.
It's hot.
This is the hottest hot seat, dude.